here for you. Fox 4 News starts now.
Hello, I'm Ticia Muzinga with a look at what's making news in North Texas. Fort Worth police say a 14-year-old boy was shot to death while trying to break into an apartment. The woman in that apartment called 911 just before 3 a.m. yesterday to report a burglary attempt. Officers responded, then left. A short time later, the woman called 911 again, saying the burglar was back. Now, police say she shot and killed him. Fox 4 learned the burglar was an 8th grade student at Rosemont Middle School in Fort Worth. A man who runs several community youth programs says he was scheduled to mentor the boy at school yesterday.
Today it was just like, dang, I wasn't expecting that. Even though I expected, unfortunately, in the community of the things that happen in the culture, I wasn't expecting that today. And so that hurt me.
Well, Derwin Lamb shares his life experiences with children and teens in the hopes of guiding them on the right path. Fort Worth police say the woman who shot the teen had previously reported break-in attempts at her home. She is cooperating with the investigation, and it's not clear yet if she'll face any charges. A teacher in Greenville, northeast of Dallas, was arrested on several child pornography charges. Corey Bankston helps lead the robotics program at Greenville High School. Now, the Hunt County Sheriff's Office arrested him yesterday on 5 child porn counts. Greenville ISD says Bankston is on administrative leave pending an investigation. The school district says it's cooperating with authorities. Details of the charges against him have not been released yet. North Texas law enforcement are beginning to pursue murder charges against fentanyl dealers, and that's possible after a new law went into effect in September. Authorities arrested 38-year-old Tabitha Ballant and 37-year-old Raymond Hernandez at a Denton home Wednesday. Now, police say they supplied fentanyl-laced drugs to a 29-year-old North Carolina man who overdosed in mid-October. Meanwhile, a Tarrant grand jury indicted 47-year-old Jacob Lindsay. Now, police say he supplied drugs to a 26-year-old North Texas man who died in September.
If those murder cases lead up to people paying attention, then we need those, because this is not a good place, not for our country, not for our families, not for anybody, our military. This is not a good situation.
Critics have raised concerns the new law will put the emphasis on low-level dealers instead of the source of fentanyl. A Tarrant County man was sentenced to prison for his part in the U.S. Capitol riot. Thomas Ballard was sentenced to 4.5 years. The FBI says Ballard took part in some of the most violent assaults on police. January 6th of 2021, he threw several items at officers and beat them with a baton he brought to the Capitol that day. Now, body camera and surveillance video led to his arrest months later. Ballard pleaded guilty earlier this year. A Collin County Sheriff's deputy found an explosive device at a cemetery. Now, we're told it was found yesterday morning at Scott Cemetery off County Road 161. Someone reported seeing a possible pipe bomb. The Plano Police Bomb Squad secured that area and determined the object was an improvised explosive device. The Sheriff's Office says it was disposed of safely, and it's not clear how it got there, but officials say there's no threat to the public. The Securities and Exchange Commission says it has ended a $191 million cattle Ponzi scheme in Fort Worth. The SEC says Josh Link of Arizona and Jed Wood of Fort Worth used investor money to pay commissions to themselves and others. They allegedly claimed their business would be used to raise cattle on a network of ranches. The complaint against them says they never purchased enough cattle to raise the funds and make payments to family and other investors. A hearing is set for next week. All right, well, the Dallas Cowboys made changes in practice ahead of Sunday's game against the Buffalo Bills. There are now chances for rain and high winds when they play the Bills. Now, the team added wet weather drills into yesterday's practice to make sure they're ready. Now, the Cowboys are hoping to win their 6th straight game and clinch a playoff spot in the process. Quarterback Dak Prescott, a Louisiana native who likes warm weather, says he'll make whatever adjustments needed to get that win.
I thought it was supposed to be beautiful out there until this morning. Ready for whatever, honestly. I don't think it necessarily changes the game plan, changes the way that we go in and approach and attack this team, but got to make sure that we're getting some practice in and preparing in case that does happen.
All right, well, the Cowboys game in Buffalo Sunday afternoon is on Fox 4, and kickoff is set for 3:25 We'll have a full recap that night on the late edition of Fox 4 News and Free for All. Coming up on Fox 4 News, Aledo High School has a chance at its 12th high school football state title tonight. We have a look at who they're up against.
And a big storm system impacting parts of the country this weekend. We'll have the latest coming up.
Aledo High School will play for the chance to win its 12th football state title tonight. Now, that would extend the school's UIL record for championships. Now, the Bearcats will take on Carmel-Smithson Valley, which is 35 miles north of San Antonio. Aledo has won a remarkable 119 straight games in district play. Each playoff victory so far has been by at least 17 points. The Class 5A Division I championship game is at 7 p.m. at AT&T Stadium. All right, Gunter High School won its second consecutive state championship in football. The city is 50 miles north of Dallas in Grayton County. Now, the Tigers beat Tidehaven yesterday in the Class 3A Division II title game at AT&T Stadium. Tidehaven took an early lead in its first state title game appearance in 5 decades, but Gunter pulled ahead in the second half with a 68-yard touchdown pass. Now, the Tigers won 24-14, capping off an undefeated season.
Well, heading into this weekend, big storm system going to be capturing weather headlines. Starts with this area of low pressure developing in the Gulf of Mexico today. This is going to slide off to the east over the next couple of days, bringing major weather to Florida heading into this weekend. This is going to be a strong area of low pressure. Out ahead of it, widespread showers and thunderstorms going to break out, and behind it, gusty showers as well. There's going to be some severe weather in Florida this weekend with this. They're going to be looking up for tornadoes along with heavy rain, gusty winds, and coastal flooding as well. And after that, it doesn't stop here. This system is going to strengthen as it moves up into the Carolinas, the mid-Atlantic, and eventually up into the Northeast, where it's going to become a powerful nor'easter. So this is going to cause a lot of problems over the next several days. But starting off with this weekend in Florida, check it out. A storm prediction center with a level 2 risk now for parts of South Florida. This is mainly for tornadoes at nighttime, Saturday night into Sunday morning. So places like Fort Myers, Miami, up to Orlando, Tampa, going to be dealing with severe weather along with heavy rain and strong winds as well. This is not going to have a name or anything, but this will bring similar impacts that you'd see with a tropical storm, right? In fact, winds gusting over 40, 50 miles per hour in spots over the weekend. This may cause some power outages in and around the Florida Panhandle, along with some coastal flooding as well. Meanwhile, the rain's going to be a problem too. In fact, widespread totals of 2 to 4 inches of rain expected, though isolated totals could end up quite a bit heavier than that as this strong area of low pressure moves by. So flooding will also be an issue. It's not going to be a weekend to head down to Florida for sure. Back here in North Texas, we've been dealing with some rain today as well. And because of those clouds and showers, high temperatures will only top out in the mid to upper 50s today. Now, the good news is as we head into the weekend, the sunshine does return, and we do see a little bit of a warming trend as well. Tomorrow, it'll be seasonably cool, upper 50s, but with that sun, it'll feel nice out there. Though there will be a bit of a breeze during the day on Saturday. But otherwise, heading into Sunday, bit warmer, in fact, way above average. High temperatures back into the mid 60s. Lots of sun once again. So timing out everything for today, I do think as we head into mid-afternoon, the bulk of the rain will be off to the east of the Metroplex, though there will be some lingering showers around. But as we head to 6 and then into tonight, conditions do continue improving. And by the time we wake up Saturday morning, weather looking lovely, sunshine returning to the area, and the rest of your Saturday is looking good. And as far as Sunday goes, same deal, lots of sun, though there will be a few high clouds here and there, but otherwise no big deal. Beyond that, over the next 7 days, look at this. No rain chances expected through at least the end of the work week next week. You can see, looking at our rainfall potential through at least the end of next week. Once we get done with today's rain, we're not expecting any more rain through at least next Thursday or next Friday. All right, so taking a look around the country right now, you can see not too bad here in Texas, fairly seasonable, 50s and 60s. Here comes that little bit of cooler air behind that system, but overall not that cold behind this system. In fact, over the next week or so, low temperatures pretty close to average, upper 30s to lower 40s. During the day, same thing. Our average high is 58. We'll be hovering in the upper 50s to lower 60s through at least the middle parts of next week. All right, so that 7-day forecast, rain today, but it will be moving out as we head into this afternoon and especially into tonight. Saturday looking great, sunshine returning to the area, and honestly, Sunday and Monday looking gorgeous. High temperatures in the 60s, and we're not expecting too many changes through at least the end of the work week next week.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Well, Dallas firefighters helped dozens of children shop for the holidays last night. 135 kids from Dallas Children's Advocacy Center received $100 Target gift cards. Now, each of them paired up with the first responder to shop. It's part of DPD's Heroes and Helpers event. Many of the children who took part are receiving help from the nonprofit Safer Dallas, Better Dallas after leaving abusive situations.
We're working with kids that have had things happen in their lives that no kiddo should ever have to face.
Who has more fun out here, the kids or the officers?
I would say it's probably a tie.
Well, the Heroes and Helpers event is also designed to establish trust between kids and law enforcement, and this is the second year for this fun event. Fort Worth police officers surprised some drivers with free gas for the holidays. Officers pumped $25 worth of gas into each car at Alta Mesa Boulevard and Crowley Road in South Fort Worth. Two organizations, the Optimist Club and Fort Worth Metro, partnered with police to make the event happen. All right, get this. Today and tomorrow, the University of North Texas at Dallas will host a mobile food pantry to fight food insecurity for the holidays. This free event will be from 9 a.m. to noon today and from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. tomorrow. Each family taking part will receive a 40-pound box of food, including a ham or turkey. Organizers hope to serve as many as 2,000 North Texas families by Saturday afternoon. And the city of Dallas helped several of its residents become permanent legal U.S. citizens.
Now citizens of the United States of America.
Well, 30 Dallas residents were sworn in yesterday. The city partnered with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services to make it all happen at Dallas City Hall. It was an emotional step forward for this group of immigrants.
I was happy. It was something that I wanted to do. It was something my parents wanted me to do because they did their process earlier, a few years ago. So it was elation, happiness, freedom.
Well, the new citizens come from a variety of countries, including Congo, Cuba, Ethiopia, Honduras, and Nigeria. That's a look at what's making news in North Texas. Of course, for news anytime, just go to fox4news.com.